good song, but not yet. Good morning. You're probably trying to figure out, well, why are we starting looking at an igloo or a tent in the middle of the desert? That is the Mars Desert Research Facility. It's a building about 2 stories tall and 8 meters wide. And for 25 years or so, this is where they have sent training crews to come out and prepare or train for what it would be like to be living on Mars. Because, if you can't tell, it kind of looks like Mars. Between the red rocks, the bentonite hills, the arid air, this is the closest comparison that we have on Earth to Mars. 6 to 8 people, I'm gonna call it a tent just because it might make some people mad. They live in the tent, they go out in spacesuits, they go out and truly act like they are on Mars. I was also kind of curious though, like, well, if they've been doing it for 25 years, if we haven't gone to Mars yet, isn't that really just space LARPing in the desert? Because, I mean, 25 years ago, technology's changed a lot. I mean, when they first opened this up, people had Nextel phones and dropping them off the sides of buildings, and now you can't drop your phone 3 feet. I guess what it is technology might change. However, what doesn't change is human biology. When human biology is not changing, what they're studying is, can 6 to 8 people live in such a small space together for an extended period of time? In which case, my brain went, well, I can't stand being around more than 3 people for about 15 minutes. So I guess that is worthwhile research. I got lucky this morning. As I was getting ready to walk up, there's a little path. Anything beyond that little rock wall is a restricted area. They don't want you going in there. As I was coming in, I was one of the parking attendants for that whatever was going on behind me. Came over, just really kind of wanted to enforce it because I'm here on International Rover Tournament Day. And it turns out I can go watch this. Bad part is I gotta go a mile further up this road that was beating the crap out of my van. But we're gonna go watch the Mars rovers. They have training crews in the back of all these U-Haul vans. This is so cool. This is the University Rover Challenge. There are students from universities around the world in the back of these U-Haul vans. There's a couple sets on my way in that I saw as well. These students build Mars rovers, practicing the skills of the rovers, mechanical abilities. This crew right here is clapping, they're happy. I'm gonna get out of their way though because I'm in the way and I got a lot to go see. I went to Mars, thinking I was just gonna see an igloo in the middle of the desert and not see much beyond that. And getting to watch rovers and students that have built these amazing machines and bringing them out here for a challenge or a tournament, whatever they call it, that is cool, man. So from what I gathered, they have a series of tasks that they have to accomplish, and the rovers need to be able to do the tasks, but also are being timed. I guess the winner is probably who can accomplish the tasks in the best amount of time. Welcome to Mars. You're probably wondering, Tom, where the heck did you find Mars? Well, I found Mars in the town of Hanksville, which probably is making you wonder, Tom, where the heck is Hanksville? Hanksville is a small town in the central part of Utah, located pretty much in a dot in the middle of 5 national parks: Arches, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, Bryce Canyon and Zion. It's the gateway to go check out where I'm going to be going today on my way out of town. But before I do go, I'll show you around Hanksville a little bit. It's got some cool history too. I'll show you when I get there. If you're wondering who I am, my name's Tommy Vanderson. I quit my job back in Massachusetts as a car sales manager to pursue my dream of traveling the country, living out of a van, and exploring every little corner I could find all the way out to Mars. The original goal was to make it to Alaska for June 21st, which gas prices has derailed that. So I have begun the slow trek to go to Key West, see the buoy at the end of Route 1. So if that sounds good to you, hit that like and subscribe button down below. I got a lot of good stuff coming up, even after Key West. I got a lot of other places in the country I want to go visit, and yeah, that's about it. So hit that like and subscribe button down below. I'll appreciate it more than you could know. It'll help this channel grow and help me continue my dream of being a content creator on the road. Let's go check out Hanksville and a spot that I've been waiting years to go see. Driving down the road here to get to Hanksville, and I do keep laughing. Out in that desert on Mars are some of the most brilliant minds in the world. You think about the science of these rovers that go to Mars and the brilliant minds, and these kids are doing it right here, and they're doing this as a project. They're doing it as something that they love. I guess it's a really serious tournament. This is something I don't know if this is what gets people to be able to go work on the rovers that really go to Mars. I don't know. But they're all out there, and they are killing it. These machines are incredible. And in the middle of it, here comes Tommy Vanderson rolling up in a Big Ugly Marshmallow to come videotape it for his YouTube channel because he quit his job. And they were so tolerant of me, but you can just tell he did not want anyone else there that wasn't really part of the challenge or the tournament. And there's Tommy Vanderson, GoPro out, random thought as I was driving down the road, and I feel like telling you guys, and you're not really here to tell me, no, you can't tell me that, Tom. Or shh, we're almost in Hanksville. I'll see you there. Welcome to the town of Hanksville, Utah. I love this town. I don't know why. Despite being in the middle of so many different places, it amazes me that the world hasn't really found this yet. And actually, I feel almost bad putting this online because the world's gonna go, oh, there's a cool little town that no one really knows of yet. And then they're gonna come down here and think that's cool. And they're gonna start building things that they think are cool. And then they're gonna turn it into a Sedona. This town's prettier than Sedona. So you can have beauty and keep your spirit without trading it for a shuttle bus and putting up signs showing you where all the vortexes are, and then having a shuttle bus to take you to a walking path, or going to another walking path without a shuttle bus, but you're gonna pay to go for a walk down it. Every video now is gonna have some kind of shot at Sedona. Anyways, I'm over Sedona. I'm in Hanksville. Hanksville's cool because I'll tell you after I get gas, because I've never really been excited to get gas before. It's still gonna hurt, but when you are getting gas, oh, that wind is strong. This gas station is built into a mountain. Yes, we can go into the gas station. Let's go take a look, because I need to go to the bathroom anyways. You guys wait here. I'll be right back. There, I showed you my pin. Like I said, that's down in Hanksville. The only thing you're really missing right down there, there's Duke's Slick Rock Grill and Bull Mountain Market grocery store. While we wait for the gas tank to fill up. It's too windy, I can't talk to you guys out there. So, Hanksville, Utah, centrally located to 5 national parks, gateway to Lake Powell, gateway to where I'm going next. I keep wanting to say it, I can't say it because I gotta show you. It's a surprise. Cool history in this town. Originally called Graves Valley, after a guy named something blah 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 Graves. And then in 1883, I may be butchering the history here. I was looking it up earlier and trying to remember the exact years. 1883 got switched over to Hanksville after Ebenezer Hanks. I wanted to pretend that it was after my buddy Hank, but they won't put it in the historical society that was named after my dog. And also, it was the staging point for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. This is where they would come down for their food. This is where they would come down for their supplies, for their ammunition. The town took on the deal that they would sell ammunition and supplies to lawmen into the gang. That way they kind of stayed neutral to the whole thing because, well, they didn't want to be on the bad side of either party on that one. This town is actually so remote. They didn't have electricity until 1960. Before that, they used generators and any other means they could to get power. You saw where I camped this morning. Last night, I tried to get a campsite on what they call the moon overlook. I got a spot, but the wind was worse than it is right here right now. So I decided not to stay. It was like an hour ride in, hour ride back on a bad dirt road, but it just wasn't worth it. I was gonna torture myself. Actually, I got a clip of it. Check it out. It's windy. And I think my gas is done pumping. I gotta get this done so I can get out of here. I'm not gonna look at the price because I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. Oh, there is what they call the Dirty Devil River that flows through town. I'm gonna see if I can get a quick glimpse of it on my way out. No good funny history about it, about why it's called Dirty Devil history, except for the fact that some guys were floating through on a boat and said this river's a dirty devil. And it became the Dirty Devil River. I'm talking way too much. I'm so excited for this next stop. I'll see you when I get there. Unless I see the Dirty Devil River, then I'll show that to you. There's that dirty devil, and there's the wind. You probably can't hear me, but you know what? I don't really care because I found you the Dirty Devil River, and there it is. You can deal with the wind. As I was leaving, I was like, oh, I'll show you the river when I find it. As I was leaving town, I remembered I know exactly where to go to get a good glimpse of it, because after I failed at the moon overlook site, I also came to camp right here. I got out of the van. There wasn't much wind. And this swarm of bugs that came out of the van, I was squashing on my head, my arms, and my legs for miles. That's when I ended up at the top of the hill, over around those bends there, to sleep last night. I got to Hanksville. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be a great spot to put up for the night. I spent all day trying to find a spot to sleep, going down dirt roads. Hey, I was like, I might not do a video tomorrow because I might have to leave and go back to the interstate and go stay at a Cracker Barrel. I found a spot. And you know what? The best part is that Rover Challenge, when I got into town yesterday, it turns out the Rover Challenge goes until the afternoon. So when I got into town last night, if I went up there, I would not have even found the Rovers. I'll take that all day. Not knowing where to sleep, but you end up watching Mars Rovers on the Mars reenactment LARPing site. Hey, yeah, that's cool. All right. Why did I lock the door? There's no one here. All right, let's go check out the spot I've been waiting years to go see. I'm building a suspense up for myself, not you guys. Let's just get there. You guys keep making me stop for all this stuff. Gas and rivers. All right, let's go. Goodbye, Dirty Devil. Oh, I'll show you from the window. I'm not gonna go hike it because it's big. Out the window there in the distance, the greatest tour of all time of a mountain. That's, I believe it's Henry Mountain.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
Henry Mountain, the backdrop to Hanksville. I thought at first that, you know, maybe Hank was Henry. I don't know why they actually call it Henry Mountain, because Hank is not for the name Henry, it's her last name Hanks, like Tom Hanks, you know, the guy that was on the island.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Utah 24 West.
I'm talking about Tom Hanks. You know, the guy that was stuck on the island with a volleyball, or charged the beaches of Normandy, or made a wish to be a big adult and was a little kid. Yeah, that Tom Hanks. Ebenezer Hanks. Like Scrooge. Let's just get to the freaking place, the park I'm trying to get to. My last video, I said listen to my words very carefully. Since I'm not going to Alaska anymore, and I'm gonna make my way to Key West to see the buoy and the end of Route 1. One of the things I said in there too was the Vanderson Revenge Tour is about to begin. Some of the spots might be off camera, some of them might be on, but the one that stuck out in my head was Goblin Valley. Check one off, the Vanderson Revenge Tour. Is this valley of these hoodoo rocks. They're technically withered away rocks, but man, I've seen some withered away rocks, like Potato Park back in, where was that? New Mexico. I call it the Potato Park, it's really just called City of Rocks. That was a cool spot. But man, look at this. Hanksville. Who would have known? Where the heck is Hanksville? Well, it's closer to the moon, it's closer to Mars than it is to the next town. And it is home to some really cool things. When the world finds this town, they are gonna Sedona-size. Ooh, it's not sanitized, it's Sedona-size the area. Fortunately, this might be remote enough that it might have some time on it, and this is gonna stay for those who really know how to get out and just go enjoy a place for the beauty of it and the nature of it, and just love it without needing to put a shuttle bus in to bring everyone to a walking trail. I know it's not the most obscure place in the world, and I pretend like, ooh, I found a little treasure hidden away in the world. People know this one is here. I can tell by the amount of cars in the parking lot. But it's not chaotic. People come down here, they kind of keep to themselves. They walk around the hoodoos. They seem to stop and appreciate them. Something so much more satisfying too about me coming back in a van. I didn't fly back out and have to go revisit 5 national parks. I did 5 national parks in one day that day, by the way. I hit all 5, and I just hooked through Hanksville on the way. That's how I found it, because I was hauling through. I was like, I gotta hit all the national parks in Utah before I get back to Denver to fly home. I did it. That could be a good fun challenge video. Not now, because it's getting hot in this area and it's time to go north and go find some higher altitude. I gotta start right now. I gotta get working in Salt Lake. I'm gonna go enjoy this for a few minutes by myself, soak in the fact that I'm here. I'll see you guys back at the van. Goblin Valley. Back when I was in the gas station, the one, you know, that's buried into the side of a mountain, I saw some shirts that said, "Where the hell is Hanksville?" Turns out, Hanksville is right there. Where that is, I don't really know. I don't think anyone does. It's a really pretty drive back to Salt Lake from here, and I would feel like a horrible van life tour guide if I didn't show it to you guys out there. So, let's time warp. Sorry to interrupt your time warp. My tradition is when I go to a national park, I stop off and take a picture of the entrance sign. I don't do it at state parks, I don't do it at other various city parks. My rule is national parks only, get the photo. However, considering this is the first item being crossed off the Vanderson Revenge Tour, this one felt a little more fitting. Get the marshmallow, Goblin State Park, Tommy Vanderson. Item number 1 checked off the list. It is windy, so let's do the time warp again. Gotta shine myself up for Salt Lake City. I stink. A little less stinky now. It's only 86 degrees in here, but I don't stink anymore. And now I am shined up and ready for Salt Lake. Until I figure out where to put my... I'm just proud of myself for remembering the shampoo and the soap. I have such a bad habit of forgetting them in Planet Fitness shower stalls. Not today. So I am shined up and spiffy for Salt Lake. And then if you're wondering why is Tom going to Salt Lake, there's a lot of people there. It'd be more fun to show you. If you're observant. I love that this is just someone's backyard right there. The biggest mountain in New England. And we are home for the night. I'm in Salt Lake City right now. I have a wonderful Harvest host I'm staying with tonight that put me up for the evening so I can be close to downtown without getting ticketed or dealing with parking garages or tight parking in my Big Ugly Marshmallows. I have you couldn't tell from my subtle hint earlier, concert I'm so excited to go to tonight. If you can't read it there, KBong. It's actually a small item being checked off of the Vanderson Revenge Tour. When I bought my van, I went for a trip around Appalachia to test the van out. A, for the adventure, to check off some national parks, but B, start teasing the idea of this is something I would actually want to live in. I was going to go through Appalachia. I was going to go to the Great Smoky Mountains, and right near the Great Smoky Mountains is a beautiful city, Asheville, North Carolina. When I booked these tickets, I was so excited to go see my favorite artist, my first van trip, and get to go see him play. About a week before I left, I saw him do an update on Facebook where he said that the show had been canceled. I had no clue how bad what went through was. When I looked up to see why he was canceling the show, I saw that the venue that he was playing at was completely, utterly destroyed by the hurricane. My selfish brain was kind of mad. I was like, I wanted to go to my show. I quickly caught myself that, yeah, I'm all bummed out I can't go to my show. However, there's an entire community that's been dishomed and lost everything that they had in that hurricane that went through. I decided to check my selfishness on that one. I went to work, I went to my friends, I went to my family. I loaded this van up, and excuse my computer, I'm mapping out ways to go, and you're gonna see how the sausage is made. I packed up every single inch of my storage space, what's in the back, my drawers, my cabinet spaces, my shower stalls. I loaded up with as much food and supplies as I could. I can't believe how much I got. Everyone was so freaking helpful. And ironically, I mentioned her name before because she buys me beers in scenic and fun places around the country. Michelle. So many people were so generous and they gave so much to help. And they did a great job filling my van. But Michelle, she got me to the point I couldn't take any more. Every day I was going to work, she would bring in more to give to me. So today's kind of a full circle moment where going to see KBong on my first year in the van. It's not my first day in the van, but tickets were, I saw he was going through town. I saw tickets were $30. $30 to go see your favorite guy in a cool city that you haven't really spent much time in? Let's go see KBong. We made it to Salt Lake. Sun setting. Normally I like to end my videos with the sunset, but I think tonight I can make an exception. No sunset tonight because this ending will be just about as happy as the sunset makes me, so this works. If I was at home right now, 6:30 on a Thursday, today was my day off. I would have had a good day off, but I would have had one day off at a time. I'd be going back to work tomorrow. I'd be hitting the couch right about now, about to watch TV for the night, trying to decompress before the compression starts again tomorrow. And now I'm standing in Salt Lake City. I'm about to see one of my favorite bands. I'll see what I can catch on my phone during the show. Otherwise, I'll see you guys after. Now that's a show. Give Salt Lake credit. There's no ocean around, but they get into the beach music. I'll give them credit. One of the reasons I love going to a show is I've never seen any human being in the world love playing music more than that man does. He just smiles ear to ear like Tommy Vanderson driving down the highway in his van. But anyways, I had fun and all at the show, but Tommy Vanderson isn't made to be up this late. So I'm gonna get to bed. It was so much fun going to find out where the hell Hanksville was, hauling up the highway, checking out Goblin Valley State Park, ending the day with that concert. It was a good day before, but man, it was a good day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. I love you. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below. It goes so far towards helping this channel grow and help me live my dream of being a content creator on the road. Good night.